In this video, I'm going to be introducing to you Iceland, studying for free in Iceland. There are different universities in Iceland. We have private universities and we also have public universities, as you can see on this website. So these are the universities that we have in Iceland. We have private ones and we have public ones, and we have some that you can study for free. I will list 5 of these institutions in the description below. You can, with their links, you can check them out where you can study for free. And so you have to apply to these institutions individually, and you may have to pay an application fee. The application fee ranges between 50 euros and a little bit, I think 75 euro. So when you pay the application fee, you may have to apply for 2 schools or not, or one, whichever one suits your preference. And when you get the admission, you can proceed to get the residence permit. But in applying for these schools, some of them, not all of them, will require for an already authorized documents, certificates, and the likes. That is, certificates that have been authorized by the Ministry of Education and Foreign Affairs in your nation. Some of the institutions in Iceland will demand for this, and some of them will not demand. So you have to just browse through the requirements and then apply to this school. But the thing that may draw a lot of people back is that some of these schools require an application fee, and after paying the application fee, after doing some of them may require to write a test, and some may not require to write a test. And then when you get the admission, then you can proceed for your residence permit. And then in applying for your residence permit, you will have to do it physically by mail. Of course, you can apply online, but applying online for residence permit is only for renewal or for citizen in Iceland and the likes. But for residence permit, you will have to send a letter to email to the Directorate of Immigration. So when you send the letter with the application form, you will see the application form online, you download it, and then you send the application form. But you have to pay a fee of 16,000 Iceland krona, which is equivalent to around $115. So so that means the Iceland money, the Iceland currency is a little bit weak. So 1 Iceland krona equals to 0.0072 US dollar. 1 Iceland krona equals to 0.0072 US dollar. So the currency is a little bit weak. So you pay 16,000 Iceland krona for your application. You will do bank transfer. They will provide the account number on the website. Of course, I can put that in the description below if you ask for it. So when you pay the money, then you will attach a proof of payment of that application fee. You will attach it to your application form, and then you mail it to the Directorate of Immigration. And then what they do in replying to you, they will now give you an authorization, and then they may refer you to a Norwegian embassy in your country, where you can then go ahead and proceed for other documentation that may be needed. Iceland most of the time works with Norwegian embassy and some other embassy that they work together. I think there are some delegates of the Iceland embassy in Norwegian embassy and some embassies. So they have limited embassies around the world, but they work inside some Norwegian embassies and some other countries' embassies around the world. So after doing this, then you also need to get your medical, just like, because Iceland is actually part of the Schengen area, you also need medical insurance. And after getting your medical insurance, these are part of the documentation requirements. And then in aspect of working while you study, you can also work while you study, but it's a little bit lesser. You have 15 hours to work, 15 hours in a week to work. But on days that you have break, you can actually work a little bit above the 15 hours. But one thing that comes into play here is that the resident permit does not automatically give you the opportunity to work. You will have to apply for the work permit after you get a work in Iceland, and it is your employer that will also be part of the application process. So, and you cannot just change job anyhow when you actually get the work permit. Unlike UK, you can go anywhere and work, have two jobs, in as much as it's within the 20 hours per week. So you have to work 15 hours per week, and you will only have the opportunity to apply for the work permit after you've gotten the job, because the job is part of the documentation process. And then you can also bring your family can come along. They will have to apply for, your spouse can apply for a reunification visa, and they will also have to pay 16,000 Iceland krona application fee. and you can also bring your child along with you. For if you are studying graduate or postgraduate level, you can bring your children, but they must be below the age of 18 years old. And also the proof of fund for Iceland is stated that the proof of fund is $1,500 per month. So the graduate visa can last for 1 year or 2 years depending on the length of your stay, and before 4 weeks of the expiration of your visa, you can actually extend it, apply for renewal, and then look for job and the likes. Iceland is one of the lowest population in Europe, with just a little bit above 300,000 population, and I'm pretty sure you will find Iceland a home if you wish to settle in a lonely place, a quiet place, and a good place. So that is all I want to share with you in this video. I hope you can just browse about Iceland, and if it fits into what you want, the purpose of you want to travel abroad, you can study in Iceland. And if you have any question, you can put it in the description below. I will answer to the best of my ability. I hope you like this video, and I hope you subscribe to it. This is Opportunity News.